Oh, what's up, people? Absolutely for the meek. Absolutely not for the meek. This is not for the meek. I noticed I did that the other day. I came on and I messed up. Oh my god. Oh. Uh-uh. My little co-host. He's over in the background. Let me go ahead and pick this up. You see. Let me get a little adjustment. Oh my god. Oh my god. Come on. Come on. Let's get some thrust. All right, here we go. Now that's better. I'm gonna have my little background music popping. Ooh, excuse me. I think I got my mic set up pretty good because you should be just able to hear me pretty much. And you're gonna hear the whole damn room. But this is a state of emergency. And it seems like every time when we get a little bit forward, they pull us back. And first, let's go along. Let's get with the realization of what this man here is saying.
Sometimes I believe that black people are searching for a key to an unlocked door. That the door to opportunity is wide open and will cost you little to get in. The resources necessary to succeed in this country as Africans in America are here. We have everything we need to succeed except each other. We have money. Oh, we're not poor. We're just broke. Our money goes in one direction, away from us. We've taken the art of consumption to a whole new level. We don't sell anything that we purchase, and we don't make anything that we buy. We just consume. We are a $1.1 trillion annual economy. If we were a nation, we would be the 16th richest nation in the entire world. I have traveled to every place that black people have been dispersed, brothers and sisters. I've been to South Africa, East Africa, Central Africa, West Africa, all over North Africa, and all over South America and the Caribbean. And there are no black people in the entire world doing better than we are.
Damn, that's a fact. That is a fact. And we just can't get it together. And guess what?
It's over. We are screwed.
Yeah. And that's because of, as men, our supposedly better half is totally and completely out of control. And due to chicks like this,
Diversity and survival are
not that anything she has to say is relevant at all. I want you to look at this female here. Priscilla, the Queen Maker. And what is she preaching? She's preaching women to get away from their man. She got that little, like she's preaching like she a preacher. She also calls herself a pimp. I was watching a woman do a full-blown spill on her. I mean, damn, the thing was over 2 hours long. Oh boy, here she goes. Let's pause. Wow, just a little adjustment. But like I was saying, this spill went on for it was alive, and she had brothers on and everything like that. And she was talking about how she's some type of she's a carpet muncher, but she's not attracted to men or women. She's attracted to their intelligence, a social popathy or some crap like that. And I mean, I would agree with that. I just find intelligent women very attractive. I mean, the intelligent women could supersede their outer beauty altogether. But then, as time goes on, I come to realize that even though these women be sounding intelligent, I mean, just when I start to say to myself, damn, this old chick that she done let herself go, she now is weighing 250 to 300 damn pounds and all this stuff like that, but she's just a wealth of knowledge and kindness and gentleness. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, she worthy on giving a brother some top. You know what I'm saying? If that will improve her life, then by all means. But then this woman says, because I know I've been watching this lady. She talks about how bad it is in America, how, you know, she's an expat, and how all the diseases and all the stresses and everything that we as a people are feeling are from America, that we come with all this stuff and everything, and where she is, the people don't suffer from these things. And I agree. I mean, because for one thing, they have real food. Their lifestyle is completely different. Maybe they get more exercise, more movement, more walking, all these different things. These are things I need because, I mean, I tell you, the other morning I went out for an early morning stroll, which I am going to be doing that a whole lot more. Me and my baby here, we're going to be going out walking in the morning, and I'll probably do my podcast from there, my videos from walking. Man, I came back, man. Yesterday my whole damn leg and foot was killing me. I mean, I've been working out, trying to, you know, work on the bones and stuff like that, but damn. Total slacking. Trying to get some things together, but I'm going to get back on it. But anyway, like I was saying, you know, she talks some good game, you know what I'm saying? And then she talks about how she had a group comprised of over 95% women. Use that term loosely. I'll say 95% females. And she said that there was something going on, and like these women just went into each other. These females just went at each other, right? And then she said, you know, it was just unbelievable. She got away from that trauma when she left the United States, and then to have it in her group, like her group is over. And she said, yo, men need women, and women need women. And she said that's what the queen maker Priscilla said, and she was right. And man, woo-wee, yo, my whole outlook, look, she is not worthy of giving no top. No sir, no sir. Let me tell you something, gentlemen. The mental dysfunction has not paused or anything like that. 95% are insane. Not all there. I mean, I'm not saying I'm perfect, you know what I'm saying? But god damn, I try at least. At least I try to see the truth through the fog. Try to come to a good comprehension, you know what I'm saying? Try not to be in my full delusion, you know what I'm saying? I have no delusion that I'm a fat bastard, okay? No delusion about it. I've accepted it, and I accept that I gotta do better. I accept that because, man, I've met some new associates. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some brothers that, man, I was impressed. And I know it's possible, and I know it's possible for all of us. Now, the gains these brothers got, I mean, if you're starting back like me, I mean, I used to have some gains. So, I mean, I'm thinking possibly within a year, I could possibly get back to where I was, because muscle has memory. But if you was a dude that never worked out and you was trying to get brolic like the two brothers I see, man, you're gonna have to get that juice. And you're gonna have to eat healthy. And you're gonna have to be dedicated. And I think the only way to do that is to get the hell up out of here. You know, if you got woman problems, get away from them and get the hell up out of here, because only American women think like this female here. This is the total genocide. It is complete. It is utterly complete.
It's over. We are screwed.
Ain't no need to cry about it. Not at all. Don't cry about it, gentlemen. Because you gotta always remember, we are men, and we
Never back down, never what?
never back down. Never.
Yeah, I want it louder though. Never back down, never what?
Never back down.
Never give
Don't
up.
give up.
Never back down, never what?
Never give up.
Let's party! Let's go!
That's right. Let's go. Let's go. And the best way to do is to go out of here. Leave here. Because I guarantee you, man, you go to that other country, you got your stuff together, you got your business, you got your money coming in. You could go there, live good, relaxed. You could hit that gym, build yourself up, get your health back, get your mind straight, and you got women, boy, ooh. And let me tell you something, whatever you do, don't ever bring one of these chicks back to here, because guess what? Like I did a video yesterday, which I'll be putting that up for you to follow, to look at. You, man, all of them are the same. Once they come to this shithole, they will turn just like the other piece of shit. Like useless weeds create more useless weeds. And our women are done. Our people are over. They got us making these weak ass boys. They argue with you if you try to raise your son with some masculinity, but like, yo, not tolerating the lazy, the laziness, the no, they take no pride in what they do, none whatsoever. They just be like, oh, it's whatever. I mean, what you said, man, they'll make you a damn coffee. As sure as hell they would never drink. They wouldn't drink that bullshit. But they'll serve it up to you though. No pride, no nothing. I mean, this country's over. I tell you, my daughter, when she's making some noises, boy, it's just like, what the hell? I guess that's what babies do. You know, just like the brother, I seen his brother. Let me tell you how I met him. In this day and time, to survive in this here U.S. of A, with the hyperinflation that we're about to see, the inflation that we've seen, high gas prices and all these things, you have to shop in bulk. Thus, you have Sam's Club and Costco and I have both. So, and the beautiful thing is, they're right, 2 blocks away from each other. So the competition for fuel is extreme. I live in an area where we have some of the cheapest fuel because Costco's always competing with Sam's Club. Sometimes Sam's Club don't even bother compete. I've seen Sam's Club go forever with a high fuel price, and Costco was just got it low and everything because Costco's also competing with everybody else around. But I got one of those things when it was out on my phone that with Gas Buddy. I go ahead and I pull that out, and before I go to the whatever gas station, I hit that. But what has happened is I go ahead and I hit something. I'm like, wow, this Walmart or this Phillips 66 got better fuel prices. If I just go down south and everything, let me tell you something, that shit don't even work out. I go to the gas station and everything, they got their pumps broken and all this bullshit. And they ran out of this fuel and so I just go to who's cheaper, Sam's Club or Costco. I just deal with that, make it simple. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate, but the small businesses, they're going out. They're gonna be done. But as I was saying, so I go to Costco because Costco got some special deals, special foods, organic chicken, and everything like that, and some passion fruit juice that I like to partake in, among some other things. Not much, I must say, not much I like over there, but once in a while the gas is cheaper, they got my organic chicken, and they might come out with something else. So it's good to have the variety. Spend the extra, what is it, 100 something each membership, but who cares, right? Especially when you got it all in a company, right? Anyway, but you pay yourself before you gotta pay the taxes, right? So I go over there. What the hell's going on over there? So I go over there and I see this brother sitting out in front of the store. Let me tell you something, this guy looked like the Hulk. The guy they got this brother who dyes his bed, he calls himself Hulk Smash or whatever like that. This guy looked like that. Not as big. In no way, shape, or form do I believe that he was as big as that guy. But he was big. Massive arms. A lot of these brothers, they really into their arms. I was never into that too much. I have big arms, but my chest and everything was bigger. But I was like, damn man, he's a big MF, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because I talk to brothers all the time. You know what I'm saying? I roll up on them, I ain't scared. I ain't scared to talk to a brother and see where he at and everything like that. And we start kicking it. Good conversation. The brother was in town from California. I told him what a freaking sucky asshole shithole place California is. He said, "You damn right. I can't stand it." I said, "Yeah, I got you." So at least he was intelligent in that way. So went ahead and we kicked it and everything like that. And homeboy, 50 years old. 50 years old. And I quickly came out of the conversation with, damn, if I didn't follow my career and have these kids, wasted my life with the first woman to have kids to grow up and don't mess with me where I spoiled them to death. I mean, literally, I would come over to the house and everything. My son come to the door and everything. He's like, yeah, daddy, daddy. And he go ahead and he look at everything. He said, you ain't got nothing? And went to and just walk away. Like, so disappointed that I didn't bring him something. You know? But this is the type of things where you get when you separate and everything like that. You wasted your time with a woman that don't have no loyalty. Doesn't stick it through with you and anything like that. Because I tell you, if this woman would have acted right, I swear to God, I would probably still be with her today. It would have been an uphill battle because she didn't want me to try to strive to achieve shit, and I was gonna do that, you know. But she, in her way, she destroyed the growth. She just destroyed the growth that I could have had. Because guess what? You got child support. You got child support. And they want to know what you got. They're checking your shit all the damn time. And she wants to be a welfare queen. So how can you build growth, have mutual funds, annuities, and all this stuff like that, and these people want to get a piece? So they can tax and everything, and you know, it makes men don't try to do anything. So what I did was I left. You know, wanted to have that upper hand, but I tell you, the trauma. So I said to myself, I said, man, if I would have never messed with that chick, or if I wouldn't have went along with, oh, I want a baby, I want someone to love me, and all this bullshit they give you to trick you into going along with the buffoonery. Because I was young, I didn't have a father that would be letting me know the game, that was in conversation with me, to say, you know what, son, you're going to be facing this type of ignorance. I didn't have that. So, and then my mother just died. My father been dead. Then my mother died. And I felt like I needed something. So I had a child with her. Then the second child. And then it was over. So, but I was hitting that wage though, you know? And then I got to the point where I just like, you know what, I'm out of here. There's a whole bunch of females that kind of position me, you know what I'm saying? You know, even family members, aunt, you know what I'm saying, cousin, kind of maneuvered me into saying, you know what, leave New York, get away from this ignorance, and start a new life somewhere else. Not saying that was bad. That was probably one of the best things I ever did, to get out of that rut, that place that's not going nowhere. But that's another story. But anyway, but this brother, he said he ain't using no juice. He said, yo, this is just years of working out. Used to play for the NFL. And that reminds me, you know, I told him about another brother that I just met. This brother, he big as hell too. I was up at the gym and that thing. I saw him up here picking up 100-pound dumbbells, working with the 100-pounders and shit. I was like, God damn. I remember throwing them things around back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that now. But throwing around those 100-pounders and everything like that. And I came up on him, came up behind him. I was like, yo, you using this piece of equipment? And he was like, oh man, I was like, damn, what you don't know who you running up behind and everything. I'm like, man, nigga, please. I'm from New York, baby. So So we were kicking it, you know what I'm saying? Homeboy is 62 years old. 62 years old. Big as a house. Massive. Pushing mad weight. You know what I'm saying? Grinding. And guess what? Another brother that been here, been working out. I mean, when I say been here, been up in the gym, working out for umpteen years, ever since he was a teenager. He was talking about the abuse he got from his brother and everything like that and all that, how he had to fight and all that stuff. I mean, this guy retired military. You know, that's another thing, brothers. You gotta let me give you a little game. If you was a smart brother, you might want to join the Air Force, at least do 4 years, and then do reserves for like 20, 30 years or some bullshit. Trust me, this brother done retired, and after he left the military, he went and got another job. I'm not sure what it was. I didn't get into that, but he, because I'm not even sure what branch of military he was in. But I'm just telling you the best branch, that'd be the Air Force. And what he did was he got another job, and he retired from there. Did 20 years there while he was in the reserves. 2 pensions, bro. This brother could literally retire, go to another country, top physical condition, be God. All the old broke down expat hoes coming down there, they can all share giving top to this brother. And he'll have them paying for dinners. Have them paying him to spend time with them. That's how that's rocking. That's how it will be. Because they ain't got shit on him. I tell you, this is the reality. This is the reality. This is what you can have. Why settle for less? That's my last video I did. Why settle for the lesser? And in that video, we broke down the lesserness of these females. Oh my God. This is unbelievable. Let's go. Yo, let me tell you something. I'm gonna make your head hurt. Your head gonna hurt when we finish, when we unpack this right here. Let's go into this. You ready to get your head hurt?
How old are you?
23.
How old is your man?
I actually have a girlfriend.
Okay. That's sick. So wait, are you bi, straight, or what?
I'm lesbian.
What made you realize you didn't like men?
All right, what you do for time, we ain't gonna waste time with these chicks. Oh, and let me tell you something. What I also found out from this overage chick that's dysfunctional, listen to Priscilla. If you're playing TikTok videos on your YouTube channel, it will be demonetized. Because they done worked out something with China. They TikTok kicking out some money and everything like that. They ain't gonna ban TikTok, but they ain't gonna monetize it. But guess what? I ain't looking for monetization. Like, subscribe, blow this channel up, because we gonna come in hard on them. Let's destroy the narrative. I want us to be able to lay our seed in someone good. Not no dysfunctional chick. This is a dysfunctional chick. She is in sin. She is in sin. And let's see why. Uh-oh. Oh, she's starting up. Here we go. Hey. My little baby here. She's starting up here. Hold on. Hold on. I'm going to straighten her out. Yeah, like I was saying, this chick is mentally ill. She's dysfunctional. She might look good. She might look decent. I mean, she ain't the baddest chick. I don't know what the hell. But I'm gonna go ahead and critique as we go through the video because we ain't got time to waste. Let's do it.
I don't click with them. I don't have that emotional connection.
She don't have the emotional connection because men and women are different. They're supposed to be. Women are emotional, men are logical.
It was kind of platonic. Like, I get over it really quickly. I get bored. The maturity wasn't there. The emotional availability wasn't there.
What emotion got to do with it? We're about logic. But we have emotion. We're just not females. God damn. This is the mental illness. So what does she do? She runs to same sex, chewing carpet, not producing anything.
It didn't click at all.
What else was he lacking? Was it the sex too, or?
It's not even about him. It's just I personally
It's about
cannot
me.
see myself marrying a man.
But were you attracted to him at all?
Anybody can be physically attractive. Doesn't mean that I want to be with them. Before anything, I had a girlfriend before I ever had a boyfriend. So I already knew that I liked girls by the time I tried to be with a guy. Only reason I tried to be with a guy was because my family's really religious.
Okay.
Yeah, so it wasn't even for me or for the guy's sake. It was more to please my family. So
This is the disease. This is the disease. To non-monetization and beyond, gentlemen.
I actually have a girlfriend.
Okay, that's sick. So wait, are you bi, straight, or what?
When I explain to men that I have a girlfriend and that my overall dating preferences are for women and non-binary lesbians, I often get a very similar reaction where
Non-binary lesbians. Non-binary lesbians. You see the buffoonery? We got some gender buffoonery going on here. Men, stand up, men.
Never back down, never what?
Never.
Yeah, I want it louder though. Never back down, never what?
Never give up.
Never go.
Never back
stand
down,
for
never
this
what?
buffoonery. Never.
Never give up.
Let's party! Let's go!
Let's continue.
man's really searching to find himself reflected somewhere in my sexual identity.
Don't care. Don't care. Which you can go ahead and bring your ass and your friend. Which I'll knock down both. I don't give a damn. Men don't care about that. You think we care. No, a simp cares. Someone that wants to marry a funny looking ass. Like you a attractive, funny looking ass. What the hell? Get the hell up out of here. You ain't all that. Ain't nothing special about you.
The reality is there is a huge skills gap between men and women in terms of the basic empathy and consideration and communication skills that you need to maintain a relationship, as has been discussed at length on this platform.
We don't need to communicate. We don't trust you. You shiesty. I digress. Yo, there's gonna be a thing. I'm gonna probably share later on this video about 9 rules of life. No matter how close you get with somebody, don't ever share your darkest secrets. Never, because they'll divorce you, right? They'll turn it against you, right? Stay vigilant, yes, vigilant, man.
So too is the reality that women don't need men to get a bank account, and we are finally in an era that is a little sometimes.
So they don't need you as a utility. They can hire other men to do work and services and struggle to do that, but they don't need you to get their financial thing going. Real quick, I remember as a truck driver, I was pulling in 90 grand, full benefits and everything like that. And then I had a female that went to college and everything like that, and she had her bachelor's, and she was a mortgage banker making 60 grand. I was like, that's it? That's all you're making? You went to the school for all that?
More free for queer people, a little. So now men aren't getting relationships out of a deep societal obligation of women to end up with men. And that really scares them, because a world where their simple existence isn't enough to maintain a relationship means they actually have to grow.
I actually have a girlfriend.
This is bullshit. You know what? Let me tell you what's going to happen. This world is imploding. We have China being literally destroyed by the West. They thought that they could really do the dirt and anything. The West still controls the financial system, and they're being destroyed, and millions of Chinese are suffering, and they're moving their whole economy, their whole manufacturing deal with the big companies and everything over to India. So that's why I hope that Africa can prevail. You know what I'm saying? Let China fall. I don't give a damn. China be on some bull crap anyway. If you don't know me, we'll talk about that another time. But let's go into an important lesson that I think this guy had. The 9 or 10 truth life lessons. Let's make this the basis here.
It took me 9 years to learn this, but I'll teach you in a minute. Here are 10 uncomfortable truths about life. 1. A salary is a drug your employer gives you to forget your dreams. 2. If you continue to wait for the right time, you'll waste your entire life and nothing will happen. 3. Even when you trust your close friends and family, let them know nothing about you. 4. You'll lose 99% of your close friends if you start upgrading your life. 5. You'll be 10 times happier if you forgive your parents and stop blaming them for your problems. 6. You become more mature when you train yourself to take nothing personally. 7. You don't need 100 self-help books. All you need is action plus self-discipline. 8. The most difficult mission on earth is to focus on your dreams, and the easiest task is to complain. 9. By age 30, your inner circle should be more focused on making money, building their body, and starting a family. 10. People are stuck in toxic relationships because they're afraid to be alone. You will probably never see me again unless you follow for more. It took me 9 years to...
That was pretty good. That's something men should live by, right? I don't know what. Should we go back to this Priscilla clown? Or we're gonna leave this? By the way, like and subscribe. This is Monday, 10 o'clock a.m. What is Memorial Day, Labor Day, some bullshit. September 4th, Monday, 2023. Anyway, I'm gonna put this thing closer to me so I don't disturb my co-host while she's taking a little nappy nap. But yeah, let's get into this. I don't want to really get into Priscilla right now. Let's get into, for one thing, let's go into when a son with a boy is raised by a man. What happens? Arnold Schwarzenegger's channel put this TikTok out. Check this out. Let's check out Deion Sanders and what he has to say about it.
I don't know what's going on. I think it starts at the crib. It starts at home. We're so soft with our kids, and we're guarding them and protecting their feelings and emotions. And we're not raising dogs, man. We're raising cats. We're raising mama's boys, man, and daddy's dream kid. Instead of getting on these kids, making sure they fight for what they want. I don't even see kids today thinking about, man, I can't wait to work my butt off so I can retire my mama. Man, they think about how many followers they could get, man. How many likes they get on a post. Not being great. How many offers they can assume from colleges. Not being the best. And this has to stop. And they're doing one thing. They're specializing in one thing. It's all season basketball, all season football, all season. They're not even having fun. They don't even love it like they used to. They like it. Just like Instagram, they like it. Just like Twitter, they like it. That's what they need to do. We need to put a love button on social media. Because a lot of folks ain't loving stuff no more. They like it, but where's the love? Because anything I love, you're going to give everything you got to it. Anything you like, it is what it is.
Exactly. The youth of today have no drive for. They have no love, no compassion for anything. Not even to make a goddamn a decent cup of coffee or hot chocolate. No drive whatsoever. I mean, goddamn, I don't know how many times I gotta just say, yo, follow the directions on the damn packet when you're cooking that shit. I mean, just want to throw it into things and everything. Just no, oh my god. And let's get this over with about the difference between men and women, which the lesbian was talking about.
The most toxic expectation women have of men, expecting him to relate to feelings the way a woman does.
Toxic, she said. That is toxic femininity. She expects for you to be what you're not.
Men have a completely different relationship to feelings than women. They don't trust feelings. They trust facts. It's not how men operate. For a man, it's more about what he values, what he stands for, what facts he trusts. So instead of asking a man how he feels about something, ask him what he thinks. You can learn a lot more about a man if you ask what he thinks rather than what he feels, because he can relate to that word, thinks.
Facts. The mental illness is real. So what is it? I think women are very powerful, and I think we're more powerful together than separated. Wow, they want to be together. Beautiful young lady. But which will be, she's part of the plan to terraform them further into this stupidity. Oh my God. Now, this is this is right here. Let's see. This is one of the things that Priscilla was talking about. And about the lesbian thing. And it's just confusion. It's going to hurt your head. Hold on.
Hi, so I'm going to explain the concept of political lesbianism, and this leads us down a very turf. Hi, so I'm going to explain the concept of political lesbianism and how I feel about it and why I don't like it. So basically, political lesbianism is an ideology most commonly practiced by second-wave feminists and rad femmes, and it's essentially where these feminists cut themselves off from men entirely, even if they are attracted to men.
That is Miss Priscilla. Let me tell you something. Priscilla got a 6 head. She got the biggest forehead. Now, mind you, I've been following Miss Priscilla for about, I would say, 10 years. Just up in my stream, which has seen her pop up and everything and listen to what she was talking about, because It kind of sounded like she had a little bit of intelligence to it and everything. And then she got on her feminist rant. I was like, oh my God, this chick is dysfunctional at best. I feel sorry for the dude that impregnated her. And I'm going to go into that. So she was up there talking about one time how she was looking for a good man and all these things like that. And she was making comments to a brother that I noticed that this guy had a 6-pack. This guy was painting and stuff like that, art, and good looking dude, right? Boy, she was like, oh, I just like you because you're creative, not just because you look good, but you creative and everything. And guess what? He ain't want her. You don't want her because she average as best. Usually when you see a female that got a big forehead, she don't look all that, guess what? She's being rejected by the top percentile of men. And that's all she wants. That's all she wants. And that's all she'll stand for. So what does she do? Because she can't get that, she goes to the man. So she goes to the female because because females don't really care about looks too much. They're gonna want to. They just, I can't explain it. Which, I mean, you see these females get with ugly dudes, right? Successful ugly dudes. So females will pretty much mess with anything. So what should say they mess with each other? That's because they can't get with the man that they want. Let's continue.
As a political statement, and then they label themselves lesbians. This kind of idea, I think, is an attempt to show how there is no need for men within the feminist movement. And this leads us down a very
Priscilla's trying to show there's no need for men at all. When we built the infrastructure, we made the life easier for them, made it easy for them to survive. But guess what? Without us and everything, they won't be surviving. That's what I'm saying. Get your passport, get the hell up out of here, and go somewhere else where women appreciate you. Get citizenship there. Get actual ownership of your property. And be done with this shithole.
TERFy slope, and TERF stands for Trans Exclusionary Radical Feminist. So this kind of ties into the idea of separatist feminism. Basically, separatist feminists don't believe that...
This is obviously a college chick. Oh my God. Which they teaching a whole bunch of irrelevant bullshit. Which are just genders and all this dumb shit. There's men and women. Period.
Men can be feminists and that men should not be allowed, I guess, to be within the feminist movement. Separatists believe that women should be leading and centered within the feminist movement and that men cannot be real feminists. The reason why this is such a problematic idea is because it just ignores the idea of intersectionality, it groups women together, and it fails to account for queer and trans people. First of all, sexuality is not a choice. You can't choose to be a lesbian. And political lesbianism is more of the rejection of men than it is the celebration of women and non-men. And also, it invalidates bi women's attraction to men and tells them that they cannot be true feminists for being the sexuality that they are. Secondly, by rejecting everyone who isn't a woman from the feminist movement, these rad femmes fail to consider the struggles of non-binary people and trans men under the patriarchy. Essentially, political lesbianism is a trans-exclusionary ideology which generalizes the experiences of women, fails to account for the theory of intersectionality, and rejects trans men and non-binary people from feminism.
Oh God, what the fuck is that? Damn. Oh, Lord have mercy. I hope that she wakes up one day, she wakes up to the reality of the world, and oh boy, whew. And then you got the American female like this. Now she's Asian. Her society is oh God, men in power, straight up. I mean, this dude's cutting their wives' heads off over in China. You know, that's the patriarchy. Asia is patriarchy all the way. Everywhere besides the West is patriarchy. Won't tolerate this bullshit. So then they come over here and acting like that. Or born over here and got this mentality. Good luck. Which there's a whole bunch of other countries outside the border looking to come in and everything like that. And they got their swords in their hand going to deal with people like yourself. The weakened. The making men weak all around you. Let's check out what you could go to the little third world country like well, let's let Irv Gotti talk about it.
Would love to have one with me 100%. I just don't think it's out there. For me, 26-year-old Dominican, gorgeous.
You out here with totones? Okay.
So she asked me for $25,000.
Damn. She's a real.
Lord have mercy. I don't know. Let me tell you something. Me and Irv grew up in the same neighborhood. I was just watching this deal with Supreme, Bimmy. There's something with Bimmy. The Bimmy got busted that he a snitch to the cops and all this stuff. And Star was up there talking about he's a rat and everything. He said, I'm with that. Snitch on these niggas. The trash. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. If you're not doing crime, you're living your life, you're upright, doing your thing, snitch on all criminals. Snitch on the drug dealer in your neighborhood, all that. I think I said that here. I live in a nice community, and guess what? Any buffoonery by anybody going on anything, I'm snitching. I don't get the proper authorities. I'm not touching it. This is what they get paid for. This is what the tax dollars pay for, right? I'm not gonna have my kids growing up in a shithole with your adult snitch. Get the hell out of here. That's why the ghetto looks the way it is, right? Get out of the ghetto. Anyway, Irv Gotti worth $300 million. I don't see it. I really don't see it, but say he's worth $300 million. I guess he made some type of deal or something like that. But I doubt it. He can't find true love. Mind you, he's talking about a fine ass Dominican, 26 years old. I don't know if she got a kid already. But definitely gonna find a fine ass Dominican over there. And she wants $26,000. Mind you, her people, they work a full month and everything for about $200 a month. Please explain that. Being played.
Come on, let's make some noise for her.
$25,000. I was like, where did she get off asking me for $25,000? And then in the back of my head, I'm like, this is the tip of the iceberg. 100%. If she's my girl, that she gonna ask, I need 100.
Hermes.
Get all of this money for my family to have some bad come around and just start siphoning it out. That's never happening, yo. So that's why I don't think it's in the cards for me. I don't know if I could find someone who I'm going to be attracted to that's like a nice, good person.
Right.
And
so you say you got your guard up all the time?
You have to.
Okay.
Facts. That goes in every aspect of life. Protect your assets. Be untouchable. Own nothing. Control everything. Oh my goodness. Preach.
Damn, I'm good.
All right. I think that, but we need to get into this buffoonery with this Priscilla chick. If the poison is real, I mean, let me see. This is poison right here. Let's check this out. But talk about men are jealous of women. I mean, do you know of any men that are jealous? Maybe a homo. Let's check what they're talking about.
Men are jealous of women. It is the root of all of our issues as genders in our society. Men are jealous of women. And from the lens of a man, you could see why that would be the case. The attention that women receive is not attention the majority of men will ever receive in their lives. Now, women are often the targets of hostile, aggressive, and even violent attention. But conversely, most men aren't the subject of attention ever. Most of their existences are irrelevant unless they are providing something or serving a purpose. Now, this is not me playing my little violin for men. We all have our crosses to bear, and it is a patriarchal society that has set up the perspectives of the genders in this way. The same society that the majority of men uphold. I think if the majority of men stopped and observed the plights of women due to the patriarchy, they would solve a lot of their own problems in that process. That usually doesn't happen, so again, I'm not playing my tiny violin for anybody. However, the hyperfixation, the hypersexualization of women does cause men to envy us. From the viewpoint of a man...
Yo, boo, that ain't envying you. That's just wanting to hit. You're showing your goods. Which men are naturally aroused. A straight man gonna want to be like, wow, man, that's sexy as hell. Trust me. If you an ugly chick walking around in some skimpy outfit, men will look at you as repulsed. You know, this is the pretty girl with this mental dysfunction.
Women can date as many people as possible, have much more options, and not only do they have more options than suitors, but a lot of our suitors are willing to provide lifestyles for us.
Now, you know what? I want to give a shout out to Real Talk with Yanni because I saw this video on her page and I had an epiphany and I realized something. When this woman got to this point of her video, I realized the difference between a man dating a man and a person who is female presenting dating a man. Now, shout out to Chrissy as well, because I watched her video and Chrissy came at it from the standpoint of competition. So if you watch Chrissy's video, watch Yanni's video, watch my video, and then put all of these pieces together. Remember we did that big wide broadcast about the gay men dating gay men and what it's like in the gay male community. Let's talk about this real quick. Think about it. Men dating men, right? Think about this. Think about it. Listen, men are built for sex anyway, right? They're always down for whatever. They don't require much to get in the bedroom, right? They boom, boom into my room everywhere, at the gas station, at the truck stop, in the damn park after dark, anywhere. They don't care, right? So you just got the boom, boom into my room in the gay male community, where they just using you, coming inside your back door, and then tossing you out the front, right? That's it. Using your hole and discarding you, right? However, we know that many heterosexual men are jealous of women. They talk about the animosity that they have towards women receiving these resources. They're not angry that the women are getting the resources. They're mad that they are not. They're mad that dating favors women. So think about it.
Yo, do you get this? I mean, is this going over my head? What said, if I want resources, I go out and get them. I don't go out and have sex to get resources. This is scary, yo. The delusion. I can't even. But I gotta go ahead because I gotta continue. Because then she gonna bring Usher into it, and it's not even almost there yet. Hold on.
If a man wants to date men, but would like for the man to invest in him, what does he do? What are the ways that a man can get another man to invest in him while dating? It's right there in front of you. What can they do? They can be more feminine. They can uphold that counterbalance of femininity so that there is this fragility and this come hither and take care of
because
me
they're
air
gay.
To it, right? According to Chrissy's theory, she says that trans women are actually competing for men with women. There's something that Chrissy said that I disagree with. So Chrissy was talking about how there's a trans person who said that men would love to date or can take our men or something like that. And Chrissy was like, no, something like this, something along those lines, like, no. But I disagree. I believe that men, if given the right type of permission, that the transgender person has what it is that they're looking for. Remember, we've been talking about how men don't really see women as human, that men don't really appreciate the things that are naturally feminine. So a trans person who is biologically male understands the male psychology. They've been indoctrinated into boyhood and manhood and the patriarchy and misogyny for the bulk of their lives.
Yo, for one thing, these females invited the trans gay dude into the mainstream, and now they got to compete with them with gay dudes. Ain't no straight man gonna mess with no trans. And yeah, a trans dude knows how he liked his thing taken care of. So if he's into taking care of that, yeah, he would know better. He would know what to do because he's sexualized. Men are sexual, you know. So I mean, of course, this is the dumb shit they talk about, yo. They just don't get it because they ain't acting right. And what dudes be gay? A lot of the dudes that can't get women. They're not getting women. So it's like the female. If she can't get the man she want, she gonna go with a female. A man can't get the woman he want, or any woman, he gonna go with dudes.
Right? And I think that men would get along very well with other men who are dressed up as, so you get the softness of the portrayed femininity, and then you also get that human personality. You don't get the intuition and the softness and that stuff that comes with true woman. You don't get that expecting a person to be able to truly open up and communicate. You don't get all of the issues that come along with
men, and it's you who are the power source. Erase the program.
Thank you. That is beautifully stated.
The black area in the yin and yang is the feminine side of the brain, which is the feminine side, which is the creative. Since women are in the feminine side, the creative body, they have more of a capability to create and reproduce and manifest than men, because the yin only needs a small amount of masculine energy to manifest something. That's why it has that small white circle in it. That small white circle is the masculine energy. Women have masculine energy just by existing and living on the planet. But because they're in the feminine vessel, they're automatically the creative vessel, which means that women don't have to do as much work as men.
False. You're just an incubator. Stop playing.
Men to create something. When you look at the white side that has the small black hole in there, the small black circle, men have a very small access to the creative. The only way that they can create in large quantities is through access of a woman. That's what that yin and yang is showing. The masculine has too much work ethic. It depends too much. So this is the reason why the males operate mainly from the left side of the brain, and they have a shut down or they communicate only from this side mainly. Their right side is practically shut down. This is why males operate like robots. This is why you say a man is supposed to do. He's supposed to do, because he is in the masculine vessel, which makes life harder if he does not have access to a woman. Women are God on earth.
Yes.
Lord have mercy. Wow. You believe this bullshit? This is what she's going around spewing. This buffoonery.
Especially if she's a black woman, because black represents the feminine. Woman represents the feminine. So black women are from the feminine race, the feminine vessel. She's double feminine, which makes her ultra creative. This is why black people are on the bottom of a socioeconomic pyramid, because
of the black woman.
Necessity is the mother of invention. You hear that? It didn't say necessity was the father of invention. It says necessity is the mother of invention. Why is this important? Because the subconscious mind is the feminine mind. Yes. It is the creative mind. So who is the collective unconscious? Women are planet Earth's collective unconscious. So you program women with the philosophies, and then you reproduce through the woman. This is the reason why you can't teach men anything, because men are not the subconscious. Women are. And so until women change their mind and know who the hell they are, they will continue to wreak havoc on the planet by bowing down to the masculine. You are out of order. Yeah. Women are the power source on this planet, and women have to change the fucked up program that was implemented in them by the elites. You have been programmed to worship men, and it's you who are the power source.
Absolutely.
Erase the program.
Thank you. That is beautifully stated, and unfortunately we are walking around asleep. We have.
Let me tell you something. Thus, the destruction of the United States.
Men, and it's you who are the power source. Erase the program.
Thank you. That is beautifully stated, and unfortunately, we are walking around asleep. We have been programmed and conditioned into believing the opposite of what is true. We've been programmed to believe that God is a white man. We've been programmed to believe that men are natural leaders, that men are protectors, providers, that men are what else? That men are independent, that men are strong, that men are a lot of different things, that men are not emotional, that men are, we've been programmed to believe that they're logical. We've been programmed to believe a lot of different things. And we've been programmed, we've been programmed to separate ourselves from our intuition. And as a result, there's so many of us who are walking around sick and diseased. And, you know, I thought about this years ago. I came to this realization when I was in my 20s, and I was looking around at all of my friends who were becoming pregnant and all of the issues that they were facing, right? And I realized, because this was around a time that I came online, and I was listening to the people who were talking about all, you know, this whole when the manosphere was young, and they had the big names out there that were talking all this mess, and they were like talking about how women are choosing all these bad men and they shouldn't be here and this, that, and the other. And I thought to myself, I was like, look at all of these situations in which women, disempowered and disconnected from her true essence, are making these decisions out here. And these decisions are leading to children. If it were not for the optimism, the hope, the naivete, the ignorance of women, most of the children here on earth would not be here. Because most of my friends were having hope that these men were going to act right, that these men were going to step up, that these men were going to do X, Y, Z. And it was that hope that made them go through with the pregnancy. It was that hope that made them carry for 9 months. It was that hope, that optimism based on no evidence.
Absolutely. And so you just hit on the reason why men have a major problem with me putting out into the atmosphere that men are incapable of love. Men cannot love. And that's the reason what you just said, because if women stop believing that men have a capability of love, women would close up shop. There would literally be no reason to deal with men at that point. And so every time I say it, I could say it in passing. Men get antsy and they get irritated. They get mad. It don't matter. We are capable of love. She telling y'all wrong. You know why? Because tell the truth and shame the devil. The male knows he's incapable of love, and he been selling women love wolf tickets for years, dangling it in front of her face and making women work for this scarce idea that, well, a man's love is special. The reason that you ain't get no love from him because you just wasn't the one. See, that's the game. And it makes women push their fucking boundaries and sacrifice themselves playing a gambling game. And then she the one left holding the bag at the end. But if she knew unequivocally that men were not capable of love, that game wouldn't work, and women would not be giving up their value for hope no damn more. Thinking that I'm special, I need your validation, because if a man loves me, that means I'm better than all the other women. People always talking about you were using. I don't care about those other girls. Just be good to me. I don't care what you do to them. Just be good to me. Women have been tricked into competing with other women for male validation. So if he don't do this to me, that means I'm better than you as a woman. Women been fucked up through this thing called love.
Shut them down, gentlemen.
Thank you. And right on time, because we are at the end of...
Time to shut them down. Let's see what this is. The game 41 Shades of Men. Let's see what this is. I mean, I didn't check out this stuff. I just went ahead and downloaded it from TikTok.
Broadcast. If you don't know, right now we are talking with Princella the Queen Maker.
Oh, here we go.
And she is an up and coming YouTube phenom, where she has hit the interwebs with, with talks of the research that she's done into men, the different ways in which she knows and is expounding upon their nature. She's written a book. Princella, promote your book real quick here.
Yes. All right. So I have a book that I've written called The Game, 41 Shades of Men, The Pursuit to Subdue and Use You. After the life experiences that I've had, I had to figure out it's not me, because I've done all the self-work, I've done all the, and it's still the same issue. What is the problem? It ain't me at this point. And after the last guy that I dealt with, who actually was a 7-figure guy, it dawned on me. These dudes, they're all the same, no matter what age, financial bracket, tax bracket they're in. It don't matter how they look. It does.
Was that the 7-figure truck driver that you had your daughter with? Is that who you're talking about?
Does not matter. And that's when all of the wisdom came together. And it's like, you know what? Men are consumers and women are the resource that they consume, and men approach women for 41 different reasons. And if women want to know who they're dealing with, all they got to do is see who they are in one of these 41 shades, and I guarantee you'll find them in here. So,
Yes,
the
absolutely.
game, 41 Shades of Men, the pursuit to subdue and use you.
Lord have mercy. Let's get this straight. These women are listening to a chick that's been definitely, I mean, she's always been a tomboy ever since I've seen her on social media. And she was selling cars. She was rapping. She went ahead and next thing you know, one day I saw she was a truck driver, learning how to drive a truck, being trained by a guy. I do believe, not sure, but what I do believe is she decided to spread it for this guy, this trainer, because boy, she was struggling. Boy, she was dirty and grimy. She was having a hard time. She could not handle trucking. Flatbed she was doing. I think she was hauling around glass. With big glass sheets. And that shouldn't be hard, but I mean, tarping that shit might be, but they probably got a way. They just lifted the tarp, drop it on there, you just fasten it down. But she couldn't even handle that. Next you know, she's pregnant. Next you know, she ain't driving truck no more. She have this baby. Took a couple of pictures with this dude. I highly doubted she was ever married to him. And next you know, you ain't see him no more. Next you know, she got the body, started working out, getting in shape and everything like that, and she's up there putting up thought pics, trying to find another man. And now she's just like, you know what? I'm messing with chicks. This right here, and trying to be some type of advocate. Because she can't get a man, which no one should. But anyway, I'm just disgusted. But oh my God, that hurt. That really mentally hurt. And then now, this same old chick. I mean, let's get a close up of her.
The question that many men won't answer is, how does marriage to the typical man benefit
This is
women?
the mental illness.
I want to know.
Hold
Share
on.
this video and ask them to answer, because I want to know below. Google marriage benefits men, pause to read, versus single child-free women being the happiest in society. Men think that they're competing with the top 10% of other men, but no, what they're really competing with is the peace that women feel without them. Far too many are getting their dating advice from the manosphere, from other men who are not successful in healthy long-term relationships. Rather than listening to the woman he has a relationship with, then acting like, oh, I don't know why she left me, they rather cry after than make changes before.
Did you see? I showed you just earlier the woman explaining toxic femininity that actually think a man can be what he is not. And these women are not happy. These women are out here struggling. They're homeless. They're being evicted. Single mothers, they're homeless and being evicted. Are you serious? This chick is pure evil. The funny looking ass. Man, and let me tell you something. Being with you ain't no benefit for no man. Because a man can get it from anywhere. What a man wants, let me tell you something, what a man wants. I think I'm going to speak for all of us brothers. We want sex when we want it. We want good food. And we want peace in our lives. Period. That's what we want. That's all we want. And we want to create what we want to follow our goals and create. They don't create shit, but bear our children and cause grief.
We saw our moms go through shit with our dad. You're talking about, oh, well, you're never gonna get married. Okay, my mom got married and she served my dad hands and feet and she ended up divorcing him because she was sick of his ass.
Because
it's
you
only
get
so
tired.
much you can take.
It's not even just eat. You just get tired. You get burnt out for constantly having to care for someone like they're your child.
Literally, I do not remember my mom ever eating.
Which is
she cooked
crazy.
dinner for my mom, for my dad, for my sister, and for me. And I can't recall a moment when my mom sat down to eat. Because she was eating while cooking for us because she didn't have the time. You think that I'm gonna do that?
That's sad. As a child looking at your mom, that's sad to witness.
You need to understand why I'm such a savage and why I'm so angry. You know what I'm saying? Thankfully, I have a boyfriend that understands, that's considerate of me, that knows that if I cook and sometimes I want to serve him, I'll serve him. Right. But sometimes when I say, yo, the food is ready, come get it, he has no problem.
He knows what that means.
And then after that, he goes and washes the dishes to help me out.
Because it's an equal partnership. One hand washes the other. It's not give, and then you just take. That's not how it works.
Well, what happened? I thought that they were talking about how these women were so submissive, how they were getting all of this. This is what they want, right? But this woman said this is why she's so angry and she's a savage. This is what she says. And now I understand why the passport bros are tired on this land. Because what they're wanting is they're wanting a mat, not a mate. And they're going from community to community, burning all of these bridges and finding out that women have choices, women have options, and they have autonomy. But they said that they're not doing it. They don't want to do it. Look at her. She's serious about it too. Eyebrows furrowed and everything. They're not playing. She never saw her mother eat. And listen, I can attest that I have been in Latino households where that is just their whole existence. I mean, it was such a good deal for men. Think about it. You get old enough, you make a little bit of money. Women can't have bank accounts. They can't work. They can't make their own money. They can't go anywhere. It's a good deal. You get to marry a maid. So you get all your cooking and a person to jump up and down on in the middle of the night. Don't care about her pleasure. Be able to bust a few kids out into the world. You could be mean. You don't have to communicate. You don't even have to come home. You could come home in a drunken rage and break everything up and she still has to stay. But now that women have choices and they have options, a lot of men don't know how to deal. They wanted to transition into women that they felt were more traditionally raised. So they've gone from community to community, burning bridges, looking for the most marginalized group, the women who didn't have movement and didn't have autonomy. And as these women are now coming into their awakening, they're demanding more as well. And this is why part of the reason that some of these men are just taking out their passport, because they're looking for desperate women. They're looking for women who can't do better. They're looking for women who do not have mobility. That's what they're looking for. And so they went from community to community here in the United States. And as women become more empowered, they become further and further disempowered because they had a good deal before. You marry a person who's a maid, you could treat her and do her however. You heard the Nigerian grandpa and how he said he treated his wife, grandma, back in the day. How he would beat her and he was like, not even regular beatings. These were beat. And I was like, God.
Ooh, boy, these chicks are delusional. And just when you think you're having a good time, here comes the government.
Wait in this motherfucker, wait!
I swear to God. Let me tell you something. The mental, the trauma, the dysfunction is at all-time high. Gentlemen, you got to get it together. We all got to get it together. But these are the things to avoid. These dysfunctional people, the NPCs that think they're doing something, and they think they're doing something. They're at the peak of the buffoonery just when it's all about to be taken away. AI is coming in strong. Government collapse, world economic collapse, and they don't need us. So let's do us. They doing them. They are there falling in bed with each other and anything like that. But guess what? We don't have to do that. we can go somewhere else where there's women that will get along with the program. And no, they're not going to be being oppressed. No, they're living their best lives. And we can build a better life over there, not in this experiment. This America is an experiment. They're experimenting. They're bringing the experiments even more and more every day. So vacate ASAP, gentlemen. Till next time, salute.
始まってしまったね。究極のゴール、究極の暴力。
I am the one, the way your son don't need a gun to get respect up on the street. Under the sun, the bastard son will pop the clock to feed himself and family. By any means, your enemies, my enemies, we wet them up like a canteen. The yellow tape surrounds the face, don't have a face, so now you late. Open the gates, great, eliminate like a lemonade. Hey, young boy had to penetrate. Face, young boy done caught a case. Bang, now we're mama living with the pain. Wait, doctor says he's gonna stay. They don't get the system, so he regenerate. Now a nigga harder than the head of the state. Giselle Curry is the new candidate. Ultimate, alternate, you are the opposite. Stop the shit, chop your esophagus. Bitches be bopping and bow down and popping and dropping it in her esophagus. She is so nasty in public, she classy, perhaps she is able to swallow it. Girl, I could make you a star. Then I put her ass on Apollo, bitch. Bitch, I am ultimate, behold my awesomeness. Narcissist, part-time arsonist. Ripping through cartilage, I am the hardest bitch. Wrap it up, putting